Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my new art series called Art Basics, where we are learning art again, once again, even though we think we know, there's always more to learn from the basics. One of my initial thoughts when I was planning this learning journey was that I had to definitely go back to sketching and looking at it from different perspectives. I feel like most of us think we already know how to sketch, and I also believe there isn't necessarily a right or wrong way to sketch. But I do think that there can always be a better way for each of us individually. A way to sketch that improves our workflow and that also helps as a solid building block for our final drawings. If your sketch is messy and you can understand it like that and draw from there, that is great. But what if you found a way to sketch that wasn't necessarily messy? A way that could help you see and define your ideas better so that you could be able to build from it into your final piece of work faster? That's the question I asked myself before planning this portion of learning to art, or at least that was my thought process. So I took it upon myself to find references, live drawing sessions on YouTube, and find the time to simply sit down and sketch. I didn't give myself a definite goal for how I didn't give myself a definite goal for how I would take on sketching. I would just have to go with the flow and find my own way. In the repetition, my hope was to not only find the right way to sketch for me, but also to become better at translating an object or person's figures in the quickest way possible. I did try first to get into the flow of things by drawing the female body and male body with live art sessions on YouTube, and I did a few using just circles, a few using just lines, and a few using triangles. Every time I worked on one specific way of sketching, I would put those fast 1-minute sketches to the test with a more detailed sketch on top of two of my favorite sketches. My least favorite technique for fast figure drawing was definitely using triangles, and my favorite technique was using lines, but I feel the most comfortable using a combination of all three at the same time. That to me left the clearest looking sketches of the live art sessions. Obviously, if you're more into learning about anatomy from animals, that would be something I would try to study and make figure drawings for. But to me, the priority for this specific exercise was female and male bodies. It is incredible how much more comfortable I feel now drawing men, even though I feel like I'm so bad at them, but making these figure drawing sketches really helped me feel more at ease with drawing them. Finally, I did one last sketching session for the purposes of this video, where I sketched my figures in a free form using what I learned from the previous sessions. That was the most fun I had because I felt way faster and looser with my strokes, and with the way I was able to analyze shapes rapidly and draw them as sketches. If there's one thing that most of my art heroes always recommend, is to never miss a sketching session. From this practice and journey, if there's something I'm going to be taking away, is the value of sketching at least 5 minutes every day. This art craft that we do is an art, and like any other art, it requires patience, practice, repetition, but most importantly, passion. I think it's so magical that we can look at things in the real world and create something from those things. We create unique illustrations, and in that sense, we are creators. At first, there's nothing, and then there's a sketch. We give life to art, and that's really cool. You will be able to find all the resources as well as sketches I made for this video on my Patreon. I know I'm not a huge artist here on YouTube or any social media platform for that matter, but if you found value in what I had to share today and you have the capability of supporting what I do, don't hesitate to bring joy to my life by becoming my patron. I would forever be grateful. Thank you, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye! Well, this is my outro. Outro? Outro. This is my outro, and I'm supposed to tell you to subscribe to my channel, and you can choose to ignore this. Oh, and also you can like and comment and stalk me and support me on Patreon. Yeah, that's all that it says here.